I filmed structures on the moon, and I witnessed UFOs traveling both to and from the moon. Probably from the moon and to Earth. Maybe other even galaxies, who knows? I film along the Terminator line. It shows an incredible elevation of the structures. Here's the last I showed on the video yesterday. Here's another last new angle, and you'll check it out with the inversion and a green filter. Straight up, there they are, structures on the surface of the moon, no hiding, right in front of our eyes. We have an amazing video. We're going to look at some constructed objects on the surface that I've been working like a dog on, and especially this week. And all to bring you guys an amazing, guys and gals, an amazing view of the construction on the surface. We're looking at pipes or lines or buildings, I don't know. But the ones I'm going to show you coming up are very interesting. The images show us clear evidence of manipulation of a surface. These lines that are running across the surface side by side together with another line that crosses sideways across that object, those objects, to hold them in place. Hundreds of clear shots of proof and evidence that you'll see this construction on the surface. Maybe even a little bit scary for some people, because it gets scary sometimes when I start really analyzing these images, because, you know, we're not going to hide it, eh? We're understanding the seriousness of what has been hidden, and probably everything they would have done to keep and shut everyone up from not telling anyone about this. And now I'm bringing it out to the world. What's going to happen? We'll see. We laugh and we talk about the moon being a Death Star. Well, I don't think it's so funny anymore, because whether this be a framing, literally a metallic framing, we even have the confirmation now the bloody moon is rusting, okay? The moon is about to head off to the body shop to get a new motor, probably a new job. Yeah, it's getting more serious than I thought about all those theories, and I think it's like a dream, because all those theories are becoming reality. And with these findings, it's pretty incredible. What are these pipelines? Are they major highways? Are they ancient routes? Are they natural formations? Well, I really don't believe they are. And that's what we're going to be looking at, all these constructed objects today, and an amazing video. And throughout the year, there'll be more and more videos like this. Going to have to do a lot of searching, and a lot of new footage to be able to bring a whole bunch of new for you. So please continue supporting the channel. I can't thank you all enough. It's all because of you that this channel is here. Check this amazing shot out. A very long line, several kilometers long, spanning across a ridge-like area where there's descending levels. We can see something, looks like it's covering up structures over to the left on the top there in the purple area underneath. It's just a sign, a glimpse, right, of the surface, of some of the truth, of the reality of what's down there, right? We don't know what's up there or who's up there. But something definitely was or is, still is. And they're talking now about mining and prospecting the moon. Obviously, they're going to be doing this with other planets. Is this what all the beings are doing? Is this the trend? You know, the alien trend? We thought the gold rush was big here back in the day. Well, let me tell you, a gold rush in space, what is that going to bring? Trouble. We can't get along on Earth, are we going to get along in space? Definitely not. Some nice transition here. Listen, black and white, straight up. right? Not too much sharpening, because see, the more you sharpen it, the more you get haze or fuzz in the image. But still, look at the different angles. There's many ways we can look at these surfaces. This one, mind-blowing, because you look at the left side and all the objects that you can see there. It's just absolutely mind-blowing to be able to see even the slightest glimpse of the surface. There's definitely many objects that do look like buildings up there, right? And we see a line where the arrow is pointed to that massive line there going by, whatever it may be. It descends into the surface. You know, it looks like some of these objects, hey, you know, could they be possibly built? Look on the left there. I'm amazed at seeing, and look, it's not a very big area. It's a small area that I zoomed up, no pixelation, and you could see the surface and the objects and exactly, you know, how different areas on the moon look like. And that's, I think that was, first of all, my first goal coming here, to be able to see the surface areas and to see what type of work could be done on the surface. And it's bringing us all these views of, you know, glimpses of maybe possibly ancient civilizations, or that, yeah, that maybe there's somebody there now. A brief heads up on this, and I'll talk more about it as I study mining pits. Okay, why are they square? There's a reason here on Earth that we mine, the certain tools that we mine, the reason why we do certain shapes and forms and cutouts on the surface. Even excavating in archaeology, we do squares. Why not circles? I mean, as silly as it may be for some, it's not. This is the square, only miles, few miles near Apollo 17 landing inside of Mare Serenatatis. There's a rectangle there, and over to the left, if you have good eyes, there's actually another rectangle. We're seeing all these barriers. Let's call them barriers. Look here, descending into the ground, lines, one over the other, seem to go right into the ground. So when I say barriers, it's like, you know, when you're overhead and you're looking at a farm, for example, and you're driving by here in Canada, we see all these squares, right, where all the land ends and meets. Here's another square on the surface, and with a line going to it just under Tycho crater along the terminator line. And again, the terminator line is why we're seeing that elevation. So why are there so many squares on the surface of the moon? Well, that's something I've never heard any scientist mention. Besides that, Aristarchus is brown, has a brown surface. Not just Aristarchus. Hey, in this live footage, if you want to look at it 2 or 3 times, just underneath the crater to the left, beside the other big crater, there's a lot of flashing going on, and only in that particular area. And where we see the flashing, can't help but wonder, wow, are they mining, right? So, 2 cool things here. Mare Imbrium, Mare Serenatatis, and the Apollo 17 moon landing that I'll get a circle up for you. We're looking at a real lunar wave that's going by, one of 2 times in my life that I've ever caught one or seen one in my footage. This goes by once, and that's it. You won't even see 3, 4, 5 of them. It's one and sometimes a ripple. There's the Apollo 17. Well, just beside it, that's Mons Arghaeus, which actually looks like buildings as you're looking at it along the terminator line. Isn't it cool? Outside of the Earth, it's a complete other world. New laws, maybe, possibly. We're talking about that in the community the other day. Lunar laws, right? Lunar people, lunar schools, lunar religions, lunar military. It's a real possibility, but people just can't get that in their heads. It's coming. All the countries will be involved in mining operations and different various secret projects.
Launch sequence activated.
By 2050, we should be freely roaming to all the planets in the solar system, maybe even some tourism. It's coming. We're watching space associations find new technology, build new large ships, and talking about roaming further outside of our solar system. By 2050, we will have come to a conclusion on how to save our planet, understanding climate change, or we will have destroyed ourselves.
NASA 557, contact tower 128.15. Maintain spacing interval 90 seconds. No close.
557, roger that. 128.15. I'm in contact with the tower now. Spacecraft arrivals to Earth will be a common thing every day. It's nice to be back home. There's the terminator line, so we'll be able to see the landing area in a couple minutes. Nice and quiet. But who says they're traveling to the moon? The country that leads the way into space will run this world, will rule the world, will be the ruler of the world. But where are they going to meet up, and how are they going to set up posts outside of Earth without getting caught? What if everything we've ever created in a movie is actually really going on outside of this realm that we know as our Earth? It's all a very convincing illusion. We have no idea. Thank you for the ongoing support. They really up there. They really up there in the mining on the moon. Aliens on the moon, and they mining. Really up there in the mining on the moon. Aliens on the moon. Aliens on the moon. Just fire. Really up there in the mining on the moon. Aliens on the moon. Aliens on the moon. And they may be coming soon. They may be coming soon. Aliens on the moon. Just fire. Aliens on the moon. And they mining. May be coming soon. May be coming soon.
This is Houston. Say again, please.